The recent trip to Naroli National Park was a bit more exciting one than the usual trips for me because I was to try out my new camera, Canon EOS R6 along with my EF 400mm f2.8 lens. When Canon launched its EOS R6 model, it appeared to me that this will be the camera which all the wildlife photographers would surely go for. I was fascinated by its new salient features like animal eye autofocus and the subject tracking, or the continuous shooting mode of 20 frames per second, and not to forget the 4K video capability. So I was excited to test all these features on this trip, and as luck would have it, very soon we sighted a tiger sitting all relaxed in an open wide area. So immediately I decided to check this animal eye autofocus capability. So I was taken aback when the camera instantaneously focused the eye of the tiger and stayed on it even when the tiger moved its head on either sides. Without even changing my focus points, the camera just tracked the eye and the results were absolutely amazing. I was so thrilled and excited. However, to be fully convinced, I wanted to try this focus again, this time on a deer, not very far away from the tiger, rubbing its head against the tree. After a few clicks, when I reviewed the sequence of images, I found that focus was perfectly locked into the subject, and even though the color scheme of the deer and tree were similar, it's absolutely amazing. Well, it worked fine with the larger subjects like deer or tiger and elephants. I wondered, how will it work on the small subjects like bird and insects? Just as these thoughts meandered through my mind, I spotted a crested serpent eagle, but there was a slim branch just in front of the eagle's face. I wondered how the autofocus would lock onto the eye. To my utter joy, it did exactly that, and I shot few good images without having to move an inch. Having satisfied myself with the animal eye autofocus, I was still curious to check out the other features. So after some time, I spotted some deers. They were trying to cross the road, and I decided to try out the subject tracking. So I focused on the empty road ahead of me and hoping that the deer would cross. Yeah, deer did came into the frame, and the camera captured perfectly and tracked its movement across the road till it disappeared into the bushes. This was really fascinating. Yeah? I had each and every moment of the subject captured to the perfection. So I was encouraged to try it again. This time I wanted to try it out on something exciting. How could I have gone back without tracking a leopard in the land of leopards? After a long search, I spotted a leopard resting on a tree. I could see the entire body of the leopard and a part of its face, but the eyes were hidden behind the branch. I was wondering how R6 would focus and track the movements of the leopard. Well, surprisingly it did. It focused on a point closest to where the eyes would be behind the branch. My curiosity was high and I decided to stay until the leopard gets up. Finally, the leopard get up, turn around, stretch itself and move down the branch. All the while, the camera stayed with the subject, resulting in a good number of crystal clear images. This was technology at its best. I had in my previous encounters with the moving subjects missed a few stages of their movement, but with R6 and 20 frames per second, I was certain that I would be able to capture even the smallest movement of the subject. Luckily, we heard an alarm call of a spotted deer and we went towards a T-junction where there was a small path going ahead of us. Something in me said that this was the moment. Within a few minutes, we spotted a tiger walking along the fence out of the bushes. She looked up right into my eyes and crossed the road in a few seconds. I took hardly 10 seconds for this sighting, and with amazing 20 frames per second speed, my camera captured around 200 images, recording each and every inch of tiger's movement. So I was immensely satisfied with the performance of EOS R6. At last, I wanted to try the video capabilities of EOS R6. What would be the result of 4K video recording at the rate of 60 frames per second? With the in-body image stabilization with 8 stop, what would be its effect on my video recording? With these thoughts in my mind, I shot few videos featuring wild dogs, deer or an elephant and some other footages. While these videos had come exceedingly well, I was elated to see the elephant in slow motion, which was shot in full HD with 120 frames per second. I am really convinced that the quality of the videos have come out really impressive. On the whole, I would say that EOS R6 lived up to my expectations, and surely it's an ideal camera for all the wildlife photographer out there.